it's not prejudice. It's simply being reasonable and responsible. Listen, if you were ever, heaven forbid, sitting in front of a judge and a jury, you would want to know that, first of all, they're a group of your peers. Like, they're all level-headed people that can hopefully see things from your perspective and judge you fairly. That's the whole point of it.
How would I know that if they're anonymous? Guys, welcome to Muzzle Tough Takes.
Today, we're talking about
copyright. Jury should be okay. Ding ding ding. Jury should be ... Jury should be anonymous. I think they are anonymous.
Juries
and you misspelled anonymous.
Anonymous.
That's with a Y, and there's a Y in there.
So recently, it came out that the information of some jurors on some fucking case, I guess, got leaked out. And you want to know what? I think that's a bad thing.
I think it's a good thing.
Fuck no.
Yeah. No, I actually think that's a good thing.
Listen,
no, it's good.
Okay.
Checks and balances. Checks and balances.
Ooh, dude.
People need to be held accountable.
The person who needs to be held accountable here is the criminal on trial, not the juror.
No. We already know the criminal is going to be accounted for. So that's done. That's already put to the side. Now we take everyone else. The judge is known, isn't he?
Okay. Wow. I don't think the contact or the judge's address is known. I don't think that's public information.
It's known if you look for it.
Okay. Jesus. Okay, fine. First of all, I want to say that I'm shook that you would hold such an opinion, but I guess out of sheer respect for you and all the work that you do with charities throughout the country and all over the world, I guess I'll let you go first. I guess why the fuck do you think juries should not be anonymous? Jesus Christ.
Okay. It's really actually, it's quite simple and quite profound. It's because I have to have the opposite opinion of you. And so therefore, here we are.
No.
Keep
going back. No. Go ahead. You can't just
Yeah.
No.
In life, Mayor, this is a two-party system, okay?
Do that.
This is a two-party system.
Listen to
and
me.
I'm here to party.
No.
Okay.
I take back what I said. I'm taking the floor. Listen, here's the deal. Ben, I
agree with you.
I want you to imagine you live in a small town. Okay? And you live in a small town and some dude he's not, you got summoned for jury. All right, you got summoned for jury.
Me, got it.
Yes, you, and you got to go, and you don't want to go because you live in a small town. You know this dude. You got shop at the same store because everybody shops at the same store, which means that you have a personal bias to just not want to be on that jury in the first place. Okay. So, I give an example. Let's say you get a jury summons and the dude is like a real violent offender. He's a real bad dude, right? Real mean. And you know that he will know, if you think this is a good thing, you know that he will know your home address. If you think that's fine, and you send him to prison, and some of his friends come to visit him, and he's just like, yeah, you can find all of the names and addresses of the people who sent me to prison. You think that's a good thing? You think that's a fine thing?
I think there's only one way to find out. We have to try that in a small town.
You can't even try that in a big town. Listen, it happens enough in
Shout out country music.
Yo. You must try that in a small town.
Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, no, I believe you're correct on this one. I changed my opinion that we agree. No, let me actually counter that. Wouldn't it deter you from doing crimes if you knew that small town or big town, your neighbors and friends are going to be the ones in the jury? What if you turn to the jury, you see your mom, your uncle, your mom's boyfriend, your mom's other boyfriend, your uncle's boyfriend? All of them are in the jury, okay? It's embarrassing.
No, I don't think. First of all, listen, I think when it comes to committing certain crimes, I think embarrassment is not a mitigating factor.
What's a non-embarrassing crime? What's a non-embarrassing crime?
No. I'm not saying that there are embarrassing and non-embarrassing crimes, but I'm saying that if you're the person who's committing the crime, I'll say it like this. The classic burglar has like a mask on or something to disguise its face, a bandana maybe.
Yeah.
That person I don't think is embarrassed of what they're doing. I think that person just has a self-preservation instinct of not wanting to be identified later on and charged for their crime. It has nothing to do with feeling bad about holding up the train, and playing church. It has everything to do with simple self-preservation. They want to be able to rob again, so they don't want to be able to be identified, right?
So you think the jury should be masked up?
No, I think by the time it comes, well, honestly, yeah, I do. I do think the jury should be masked up. I think the jury should be completely anonymous. You know what I mean? Like, you should view the entire court processions or proceedings from like a one-sided windowed booth, exactly how the jury booth is right now. Just put a pane of glass right there that's a mirror on one side and with some microphones so everything's clear, and you move on from there. I think that's way better. How could you say that that's not better?
So when you say, yeah, get a little wipe, that's good. That's good.
Go ahead.
Very conservative. Very conservative look, wiping the brow with the kerchief.
We're in the middle of a heat wave, people. The whole country.
That's right. That's because of goddamn juries not being anonymous. They're the cause of everything. But now I would also say this. Are we sure that juries are not? I think they're only known to the public, at least after the trial is done. If they choose to do interviews.
Choose to make themselves known.
So is this kind of what we would call a moot point?
No. We're talking, it's not moot, because we're talking about the recent doxing scandal, which we'll put up on the screen here so that people can see it. All right. And that is going to cause a lot of jurors to say, hey, I don't want to be a part of this anymore, which I believe you have the right to do as a juror. I mean, you got to show up. 90% of life is showing up. But
that's right. And 10% is getting convicted.
Jesus.
Now, here's my one thought, Mayor.
Go ahead.
Maybe the jurors would be pissed that they can't capitalize off their newfound quick fame, which is the world we live in, is TikTok fame. They're going to become TikTok stars. We don't want to stop them, and they could sue the government.
Again,
us,
they can choose. They can
damages.
Choose to make themselves known. They can say, "Hey, I was juror number 9."
But if they're anonymous, if they're supposed to be anonymous hippopotamus, okay, if they're an anonymous hippopotamus,
miracle.
Yeah, that's right. Then what's going to happen
over
is
the metropolis.
That's right, with our esophagus. That's a Jeb Bush pun right there somehow. Oh, yeah. Anyway, I would say like this. I agree with you 100%. No, I don't agree with you 100%. I would say that 6 of the jurors should be anonymous and 6 of them should be, fed to the lions, and then. That's just the gamify. We gamify the system.
You're getting off track and you're getting silly. Here's the reality of the situation.
I would never get silly.
Jurors have been doxxed in a historical case that is taking place in this country, probably in the world. And because of that, not only are jurors falling out and saying they don't want to be a part of this case, but other prospective jurors are saying, no, I don't want to do it. So how are you ever going to have a fair and free trial if the citizens don't feel free to?
I know it should be. I actually have a solution to this problem.
All right, fine. Go ahead.
Do you know how American Idol picks their winners?
Vote to text.
They have a text to vote. Yes.
Text to vote. Yeah.
So we televise the thing and have America text to vote if they're guilty or not. 51% they go to jail. 49% they're free to go.
I'll say this right now. So here's the thing. Obviously, there's something to that I like a lot.
That's right.
But listen, that plays into a whole other conversation, dude. There, you have to be a certain age to be able to serve on a jury. You have to be of a certain mental capacity to serve on a jury. You can't, a 5-year-old can't serve on a jury.
Sounds a lot like prejudice to me, Mayor.
It's not prejudice. It's simply being reasonable and responsible. Listen, if you were ever, heaven forbid, sitting in front of a judge and a jury, you would want to know that, first of all, they're a group of your peers. They're all level-headed people that can hopefully see things from your perspective and judge you fairly. That's the whole point of it.
How would I know that if they're anonymous?
Because
got them.
No.
I win.
Because
I win.
Because there's a jury selection process, Ben. There's a jury selection process that, we have to have faith in. That's it. Simply.
All right. So viewers, I want you to text 696969. Who won this argument and who is
No,
going to jail?
okay,
Is Mayor
fine.
going to jail and I won the argument? Sounds about right. Very good.
Okay. Listen, guys. Frankly, Ben,
Yeah.
I don't think you actually treated this conversation with any real respect or serious thought. And I'm going to be an adult about it and just say that, you're a pee pee poo poo doo doo head. And juries should remain anonymous.
I appreciate the candor with your discussion. And while I am horribly offended and actively plotting out your murder, at the same time, I much respect you and want you to live a long life.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. Yes.
Well, guys, let us know in the comments what you think. Juries should remain anonymous. Yay or nay? Yes or
Yay.
no?
Or I mean, nay. Yeah.
Da or niet?
Gain or low?
Woo.
Didn't see that one coming.
Yeah or nine?
Flibbity or bibbity? I just want to do a quick prayer for our audience before we end, really quick.
Go ahead.
Our Father, thou art in heaven, big old daddy upstairs. I wish that you would give me $1 million. Okay. I feel like the good that I can do for myself would be amazing. And it would be an inspiration to people around me, like my reflection in the mirror and maybe my selfies. Yes, so I just want to extend big ups to big old Papa upstairs. Papa and like and subscribe.
Amen.
Amen.